away we go, and it's Max Verstappen against Lewis Hamilton. Away well ahead of Verstappen, but Verstappen is coming back at him, and Lando Norris touches. Getting away well, Perez not the best start, and he's already got the Ferrari.
Tyler's starting to drop. Okay, copy.
Going into the field of the Tamburello chicane, Hamilton is forced wide. As Bottas goes into turn one in the lead from Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Just a little bit of bodywork as well. Sergio Perez is in third place at the moment, looking to make it into second for company as they head now down towards turn four, and that's off to turn two. Perez is in third, then comes the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc, then comes Carlos Sainz and Sergio Perez behind them.
Tyler's okay. Copy.
Peter Mazepin in the Haas, spearing off into the barriers at turn three. Lando Norris is ahead of Esteban Ocon, also on the soft tyre.
Michael, blue flags. Michael, this guy makes us lose the position.
The two championship protagonists came together at the first braking points. There's definitely going to be a safety car, I would imagine, as we head down the Retro-Aposta now for the McLaren runner, and they're just finding their way around turn three. As Hamilton comes in for his pit stop, Karun.
Lewis tried to brave it out around the outside and ran out of road.
It's Max Verstappen who's got the better of the start against Hamilton. No contact so far. Bottas getting away well.
Perez definitely struggling for grip there.
To you.
That's a superstar from Mercedes. Lots of fist bumping here from the mechanics.
The Ferrari's really struggling to fire the tyres up, aren't they? Gasly.
Oh, and that is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. He got a bit...
Hamilton now will try and tuck in behind him, and Verstappen immediately darts over to the right. And the two Ferraris going wide, and Bottas as well.
Bottas wide. It's with the medium compound tyre coming at him, under braking.
Watch Esteban. Hamilton
A second of that quicker again, but look how much closer.
in the Williams, and he is out. Right-hand side of the track now. What is going to happen down into turn one? It's
Red Bull 1-2 there, so down into the tricky braking zone. Oh
down
God, at the inside.
of Lando Norris. There's a big lock up there. I think
Hamilton is. Look at Lewis is giving that full beam.
going off where Leclerc went off on the formation lap. Rejoins, three abreast almost. Verstappen, Hamilton, and then Charles Leclerc.
Isn't he? Tremendous.
With Valtteri Bottas on the inside, Gasly is challenging him. Norris is still ahead.
But somehow they all made it through there. Sadly for Lando Norris, he Bottas, isn't it? And Max Verstappen, I think, will be quite pleased.
Hey man, that's so much more grip.
It's fault. That's the car recovering back onto the track.
Of Daniel Ricciardo, and turns 2 and 3 have been navigated safely.
He's got the entire lap to go with a puncture.
Hamilton is up to 7th. We saw
To at least just be hanging on. But Lando Norris...
Okay, let's box opposite Verstappen. Box opposite Verstappen.
Oh, and that is Mick Schumacher. By the leaders, Norris is right on Gasly's tail, as you can see, and through Ferradura, passing there Pierre Gasly.
Charging around the outside of turn 11 and the left-hander of 12. Pitting.
So,
Wow.
Mercedes committing it of the pit lane. I say he was warming his tyres. Verstappen goes into turn 4 ahead of Hamilton and Leclerc. To the two-stop strategy
Has that caught Red Bull? Yeah. Oh dear.
and lost it. Full blast all the way to turn one, and he is gaining, and Daniel Ricciardo is up into 14th.
Unawares.
Could be Hungary all over again here.
We're racing again here at Imola, and it's a decent start for Max Verstappen. Cars going wide, could have been Sebastian Vettel right at the rear of the slipstream of Carlos Sainz, pulls over to the inside, Sainz and Fernando Alonso, and someone's made contact, and there is Kimi Räikkönen.
How far am I going to catch up?
But Hamilton is right on his tail, and I wonder, is Hamilton going to have a little go if he the field, and there's a car spinning off as well. I wonder if he's going to fight that one, and Hamilton, if he is...
22 seconds. We've done it before.
Can into the chicane. They came together
Well, that's the second Haas we've seen.
to win this race in the space of 2 laps, has half the arrears that he needs on the main straight.
I wonder if we're going to need some kind of safety car.
I don't see how we're going to make it to the end.
Lap this time around, Hamilton is just a little too far back. Yuki Tsunoda going down the inside, but there just wasn't the space, and that's a...
That, especially if he buries it in the gravel, he has taken the car.
Don't hold Lewis up.
The move on Verstappen, he slots there into second place with Pierre Gasly, and that's the bit where he...
He was not willing.
Gets ahead of Stroll, and behind, well, no speed there. He touched the rear of Daniel Ricciardo and lost his...
So invert the cars in turn one.
DRS involved, so he got such a slipstream.
That's it, mate. That is it.
At all, was he?
The Ferrari of Carlos Sainz, he's trying to get past Pierre Gasly. That's some benefit, and a little bit more benefit maybe to try.
Wow. Look at the time.
We're Lewis behind me trying to keep up with him.
Going to happen, getting in on the act is the McLaren of Lando Norris. And get past Charles Leclerc, didn't quite have it at that stage, but he's going to have another run at the...
So he's side by side there. Little.
We got it. You got it, mate. Beautiful work.
And I'm my tyres, so what do you want me to do?
First into the chicane ahead of Norris, then comes Carlos Sainz, then Ferrari towards turn 4, another good overtaking opportunity. Lando Norris. 19 Formula One cars, Hamilton trying to pull out of the slipstream that Max Verstappen's getting.
That's a surprise.
And here in Spain, shouting rubber from the rear of that Red Bull. Hamilton comes the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll, and then comes Valtteri Bottas in the mist. Going round the outside, Charles Leclerc will force him as wide as he possibly behind him. Verstappen goes into turn 1, ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton goes round the outside at turn 1, and the charge. Norris and Gasly really going for it. He can, and they're absolute wheel to wheel. It's synchronised position holding.
Break the slipstream now, moving around a lot, probably a bit too much if the truth be known.
Got a little bit squirrely on the exit of turn 1, but that was a great move by Match. Is complete. Hamilton by making an extra stop.
And there's Hamilton, but trying to go down the outside. Is he going to sweep through? Can he?
Max Verstappen, he's up into second place. Sergio Perez has been given the opportunity by Mercedes to go on and win the race.
Properly from the very back of the grid.
Hang on, Ted, here goes Lando Norris. It's a bit...
Keep it on the road. He can. He's done it.
Hamilton, who's behind Lewis Hamilton, ahead of Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon. It's 100 poles, and it's the checkered flag as the winner of the... Easier to overtake down into turn one, and he's managed that, and there goes Lance making a habit of going down the inside into turn one. This time dances around the
Verstappen was fine for track limits, but Hamilton was even further off the track anyway, so
next Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton, who strengthens
and flying along very nicely.
as is.
Hamilton's got him covered.
This is the second DRS zone. There's one more to come after this. Lewis Hamilton now has the checker flag in sight for his
For anybody for the entire Grand Prix.
first three Portuguese Grand Prix won by not just yet, and with 3 races to go. He starts this year going for a record-breaking 8th World Championship. Very much game on, back at the top. And we look to see what Sergio Mercedes today. Verstappen comes home for second place and takes the fast. He has been put under immense pressure by Max Verstappen and Red Bull here tonight. Hamilton, as he is now, crosses the line and wins the. We move on then to Qatar. In a week's time, Red Bull will think, right, what do we now need to do to beat Mercedes? And Mercedes will think, what do we need to do? Round at Mercedes for a job well done. To take second place, they were the pre-race favourites, but by the slenderest margin of just 7
Get in there, Lewis. What a great drive, man.
stories, it makes memories. And Hamilton's memories haven't got much thinking time. We're off to Barcelona in just a few days.
Made that strategy work beautifully.
Great job with the strategy. Definitely have to work for it, but that's great.